Hello everyone and welcome to your Wrestling Roundup. My name is Davey Wall. I know I haven't done a video over the last couple of weeks. I've been a really busy man. So the last time I was on here I was talking to you about Extreme Rules. But tomorrow night it's SummerSlam. So I'm going to be doing like I did on the last video. I'm going to go do a little bit of a rundown, see what I think is going to happen. This is mainly my opinion. So I've got my laptop here, as you can see. And also, I'm going to be going down the card. This is not in the exact order the card might be on tomorrow night. Okay, I'll do the rundown. Okay, first up on here, on the official card on the website, it's got Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins for the WWE Universal Championship. And we'll have Becky Lynch taking on Natalya for the Raw Women's Championship in a submissions match. And we'll also have Bayley versus Ember Moon for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Let's see, go down a little bit more. We'll also have Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. We'll also have Finn Balor versus the Fiend, aka Bray Wyatt. And we'll also have, for the United States Championship, will be AJ Styles, the current reigning defending champion, against Ricochet. And we're also having a legend of a man, the man they called Goldberg, going one-on-one with Dolph Ziggler. And we're also having Trish Stratus against Charlotte Flair. But we're also going to have Drew Gulak versus... Okay, this is the Cruiserweight match. Sorry for my pronunciation. Drew Gulak versus Aluso Almost. Sorry about that. So that obviously will be on the pre-show. I'm gonna do this in running order like on there. I might not talk about the 205 Live card because I don't really know much. I don't watch 205 Live. Sorry for all you 205 Live fans out there. I'm going to be talking about the main card itself. But one that piques my interests is Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton. Okay, so this has been built for 10 years in the making. Randy Orton versus Kofi Kingston. It's been the reason why Randy Orton is doing what he's doing to Kofi Kingston now. He feels like even now, even though he is the reigning defending WWE champion, he doesn't feel like he deserves to be champion. I was there at WrestleMania when Kofi Kingston won the WWE Championship. It was amazing when he defeated Daniel Bryan. Moving swift on from that, it feels like Kofi saying, yes, this is my time. This is the chance this is the dream. Now, sorry, let me rephrase that. Yeah, this has been his dream for 11 years. For some reason, he's got it for Kofi in his head that he's been put down for the last 11 years, that he hasn't really been himself. He's not being himself. I misword that. He's been put down. He hasn't shined through for the last... In 2009, he never shined through. but I reckon he's been a great WWE champion, and not a lot of people are liking him as champion, but I do. This is my opinion. Alone, he's been a great champion. So I like this feud because it's been building towards, it's happened in 2009. Nothing really else happened since then. So this is the real, big main match for them. And it's happening at one of the big 4 pay-per-views, which is brilliant. So I think Kofi Kingston's going to once again retain his WWE Championship. He's going to continue that run. I am predicting until 2020. He's gonna still be champion throughout April when he won the championship. So he'll have a lengthy 1 year reign. So I also predicting that the New Day would have split up by then, but still Kofi Kingston as champion. So sorry, bit dusty in here, but I reckon Randy Orton, no matter what he does now, he is a future Hall of Famer. He's done everything that he's possibly can do from when he was a rookie back in 2002. His rise, his falls, he was in Evolution, the youngest world champion. He had a lot to look up for his grandfather and his dad, both being wrestlers in their respective eras. And he has done the Orton family proud, if say so myself. I'm a fan of Randy Orton's and I'm a fan of Kofi Kingston's. So it's going to be a great match. I reckon the feud might continue probably till Survivor Series with some sort of stipulation. I'm not too sure what stipulation match them two would be like, but maybe in a steel cage. I don't know. We've seen too many steel cages matches. We'll see. But I reckon you really still elevate Kofi Kingston as champion. They've done it with Daniel Bryan. They've done it back in 2000. I think it was 2005. I'm not too sure. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. They've done it with Rey Mysterio. They've done it with Daniel Bryan. I know Rey Mysterio wasn't really meant to be world champion, but that whole kicked off of the little guy. There's no way the little guy can be champion. Well, the main world champion. Well, that all started, and then that evolved from Daniel Bryan. It's so ironic that he was the champion at the time when Kofi Kingston wins the WWE Championship. Kofi Kingston's still got a long way to go. I reckon he's going to continue his reign as WWE Champion to April 2020. That's my prediction, So, that's that. So, I'll move swiftly on to the other heavyweight championship match, which is Brock Lesnar going one-on-one with Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship. I'm getting a bit sick of seeing Brock Lesnar as champion, if I'm completely honest. I thought, it's Brock Lesnar. They're not gonna screw up his briefcase cash-in when he did eventually cash it in. It wasn't unlikely. It's crazy how that is. Seth Rollins, they need a different challenge for Brock Lesnar. They need someone who can no offense to Seth Rollins, he might win the Universal Championship, but I don't think Seth Rollins is going to win. Sorry about the noise in the background. Please ignore that. Please ignore that. Please. Okay, let's move on. Anyway, I reckon Seth Rollins, I don't think he's going to win at SummerSlam, to be fair, because Brock Lesnar, the last few SummerSlams, that matches that he's had, he's never lost. It'll be a shock if he does lose, because it'll be the first time in my lifetime that I've been watching it. It's the first time that he would lose at SummerSlam. I don't know if he's undefeated at SummerSlam. I'm not too sure. Tell me about it down below. That'd be great. I don't think Seth will win. I reckon they'll move Seth Rollins on. I reckon Seth Rollins should be WWE champion. I reckon turn him heel. Really work his way back to being a heel. That he couldn't get the job done. There's no way he could get the job done. So what you'll do is put him out of that for now and move on to the WWE Championship. I reckon he'll make a great WWE champion. But as a heel, really gotta make, I don't know when you'll do the heel turn. Maybe not at SummerSlam, maybe, I don't know, a month or two down the line, a couple of months down the line. It's just, it's not Seth Rollins. This is, he's a better heel than he is a babyface. I'm glad they're not put in, with the with Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. I'm glad that's over with now. That bringing the real couple into a WWE storyline type thing. He needs a new opponent. He needs someone else to say, push him to the moon, as they would say. Put him back as WWE champion. Let him have a lengthy title reign like Kofi Kingston's having at the moment. Maybe do that. Maybe in the future, way before Mania, have a little feud with Kofi Kingston. Build it towards Mania. I reckon that would be a great match. Seth Rollins versus Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship. That is my prediction going forward. I reckon Brock Lesnar needs a new opponent. I reckon Bray Wyatt will do amazing as Universal Championship. He's really coming to his own as the Fiend, as the Firefly Funhouse version of himself. It really goes well. And hands off to Bray, to all of the people who were involved in that, hands off to them. It's a brilliant idea. I just hope now, going forward, he defeats, I'll go on to Finn Balor in a moment, Okay, who's on next? Well, look at Bayley versus Emperor Moon. It's an interesting rivalry, to say the least, because Emperor, after their tag match or whatever, attacked Bayley, and then Bayley attacked her. I reckon it's about time we need... Bayley is brilliant as SmackDown Women's Champion. I want to see what she's like as a heel. She's not all the way there yet. You can just see her in the eyes. I don't think she's gonna turn, but I don't think they'll ever put a heel But I reckon keep it this way, you know. Am I, aren't I? You know, they've done that for a long time with John Cena. But a lot of people forgot his Doctor of Funkonomics gimmick was actually heelish. So we did have a heel Cena. It's just everyone never really noticed it. So I reckon that's what Bayley needs to do. Carrying on this in the middle type thing. I'm a good person, but I'll screw you over type way. You know, I can see Emperor Moon winning the women's championship. It's about time. You know, no offense to Bayley. You know, some people probably say no, keep the title on her. I reckon it's a secondary title, the SmackDown Women's Championship, because I reckon they're gonna get rid of the championship. I thought they were gonna unify the titles at Mania. You know, that's what they did for the World Heavyweight title and WWE Championship. You know, they retired the World Heavyweight title belt. But if they're going to do that, they're going to have to do that with the SmackDown tag team division. You know, just have them all as one. You know, you can't have this Raw and SmackDown thing. It'll be a bit awkward when it comes to SummerSlam, because they're all the wild card. You know, they're all flip flopping to Raw and SmackDown. So I reckon just put them all as one brand. And if you are going to unify the championships, maybe in November. So if you come into the new year, brand new championships, get rid of the current looking titles, fresh new belts, black leather strap. I reckon bring back the old tag team championships that we had in the Attitude Era, because they looked brilliant, if I'm being honest. Even bring back the Ruthless Aggression type championships, where I'm calling them that because, you know, it was like kind of like a new styled version of the titles. Bring them back, but like modernize them or something. You know, they need to change the belts. They're just a carbon copy of the two bronzed championships. There's massive giant pennies, and now there's silver type coins. Now it's just ridiculous. You know, have the one tag team division. You'll have, I reckon we need to spice up the women's tag division. But anyway, that's just my thoughts on that. I reckon Bayley to turn heel. And I reckon Emperor Moon should win the championship. And I reckon if you're going to do that, elevate Emperor Moon so she is the one to see if she's the one to topple Becky Lynch and have these girls just go at it. Becky Lynch and Emperor Moon can tear the house down, you know. Two polarizing figures in the WWE. You've got her, I wouldn't say a very unique style, I'm not sure what to call it, but I like her look, I like the character. Let's see where we go from there. Okay, we'll move swiftly on to Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon. I forgot to mention about that in the previous video. I'll just clarify that now. Sorry about that. So if Kevin Owens loses, he quits WWE. They kind of missed the mark on this. they kind of missed the mark on this. They should have put, the stipulation should have been, if Kevin Owens wins, Shane McMahon quits WWE or quits being a wrestler, whatever, and yeah, keep the stipulation the same. I reckon it should have been an I Quit match. You know, it's a very strange stipulation. It's still a one-on-one match. You know, because in an I Quit match, he could have done his Shane McMahon type moves, but he's getting older now, and he needs to. The Shane McMahon character as a heel, it was great up until a point where it's gone from, oh cool, we're seeing a different, you know, we've had a heel Shane before, but like it was, I don't know, there was there's different layers, but I reckon Shane McMahon should go away. I said this last time. I reckon he's great behind the scenes. He is a great on-air personality, yeah, as a babyface, yeah, for sure. But in his mind, he wants to do matches. He still wants to stand out. I may be a McMahon, but I'm a McMahon who could wrestle. We know that, Shane. We know that, but you're taking over people's spots now in the company where the likes of Dolph, Ziggler, the likes of, there's different guys in the company that need that spot, who could do better against Kevin Owens. You know, who knows? So, Kevin Owens to win, basically. I'll move really quick, swift on. Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt, aka The Fiend. Now, this is interesting. It's SummerSlam. This is the first time we'll see, because we've seen Demon Balor at SummerSlam a couple of times. This is the first time we're gonna just see Finn Balor. We're not gonna see him as the Demon, because he's requested some time off. So I reckon it's self-explanatory. I reckon The Fiend, aka Bray Wyatt, is going to win the match at SummerSlam. It will elevate Bray Wyatt. He will beat him clean. He can win by shenanigans if he wants to, a distraction by a puppet. I know it sounds a bit daft, but you know. But we're gonna move on now. You gotta have him in Sister Abigail, or one of the. I don't know what his new finisher is called, but yeah, I reckon finish him off the Sister Abigail. Lights go out. Finn Balor. Lights go out, and then lights come back on. Finn Balor is not in the ring. That's the last image you see. It's just the Fiend on his knees, like the old Bray Wyatt is. You hear his cackle, you hear his laugh, but when they're doing that flickery, trickery things, and it's just on the face of the Fiend, where he would say, Yowie, wowie. You know, that's the way you should end it. 1 minute you see Sister Abigail, 1, 2, 3. Bray Wyatt wins. Finn Balor's there. Lights go out. Lights come back on. Finn Balor's gone. you just left with the Fiend in the ring, with the lights dangling over him, and he says, you hear him laugh, and you hear him say, Yowie, wowie. Done, lights go out, no Fiend, move on. So I reckon Bray Wyatt should get the win, build his momentum towards the Universal Championship. He deserves it because, with all this pushback, I reckon if you're going to build him to win the Royal Rumble. That's where I'm going with this. I'm going with this because this is another prediction of mine. You build him enough of a monster, knocking down challenge after challenge after challenge, where he thinks it's all done, settled and done. He wins the Royal Rumble, goes on to WrestleMania to face Brock Lesnar. He defeats Brock Lesnar. None of the projections on the maggots or the Firefly Funhouse. No. Just a one-on-one match. I want a very similar outcome. Where Brock Lesnar goes off television for a while. And I want a lengthy Universal Championship reign. This is my prediction. Finn Balor comes back. He wins the Universal Championship. He has another lengthy reign with the championship. And that will be complete. That's the way I want it to go. I reckon SummerSlam rematch, but for the Universal. This time for the Universal title. Finishing their rivalry for good. That's the way it should be. Now, moving on to AJ Styles versus Ricochet for the WWE United States Championship. So we have the OC. So you'll have Gallows and Anderson. Sorry about this. Yeah, wiggle. That's better. So, sorry about that. We have the OC at ringside. Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Outside, we'll have AJ Styles and Ricochet in the ring. All's going well. The match is going well. I want AJ Styles to win. Now, you're probably thinking, it should be Ricochet. Ricochet's going to be the one. No. He wins by shenanigans. So you build the story between him and Ricochet even more towards Survivor Series. Even maybe I'm going all out at WrestleMania. I reckon do a Kofi Kingston. Put obstacles in Ricochet's way, overcomes them, until eventually he has his deserved rematch with AJ Styles. I want him to screw him out of the United States Championship with help from Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. That's what I want to see. And it puts a lengthy title reign on AJ. And then, if you want to, maybe not WrestleMania, maybe just, I don't know, maybe just till Survivor Series, so they can have the one final match. And he will eventually wins the United States Championship, and Ricochet goes on to SummerSlam as the United States Champion. But to have a load of obstacles in his way to everyone to take him off it. So that's the way I would see it. Because AJ Styles, he can go after the Universal Championship. I would love to see him and Bray Wyatt go at it. There's loads of people popping in my head, but he's one of the first names. Now this is an odd match. I'm moving on to the match between Dolph Ziggler versus Goldberg. You know, it's been weird seeing Goldberg back in WWE. We saw him at Jeddah face The Undertaker. And, you know, it was an okay match. It was an alright match, you know, for Undertaker's age. You know, he's not going to be around forever, so he wants to do as many matches as he can. Goldberg can still go. He's a little bit younger than Undertaker, so he can still go for a little bit. We saw that when he come back and when he was Universal Champion, when he defeated Brock Lesnar, and you know he was really amazing. It was amazing. But with Dolph Ziggler, I reckon they're doing like a Randy Orton. You know, put him against Goldberg. Yeah, that's one and done. And then eventually, I do want Dolph Ziggler to win, but I reckon put him up against Shawn Michaels for the next pay-per-view. Maybe at Survivor Series. Who knows? You know, Dolph Ziggler can win clean. You can win him with the sweet chin music. And 1, 2, 3. I reckon at the start of the match it should be Goldberg just throwing him about. He goes for the spear, moves out the way. He's tuning up the band. Sweet chin music. 1, 2, 3. And I reckon he should look down the hard cam and says, "Who's next?" And I reckon build Shawn Michaels versus Dolph Ziggler. That should be the next match. So that would be interesting one to see. Okay, we're having another legend return to the ring. We have Trish Stratus versus Charlotte Flair. It's an interesting thing because Charlotte wants to be known as the greatest women's wrestler of all time. I reckon she's already done that. She's just wants to, as a current, the heel stage, she wants to feed the ego and said, "This is the list of women I beat." And one of them was Trish Stratus, a Hall of Famer, 7-time women's champion. Blah, blah, blah. It won't hurt Trish Stratus in any way. I reckon it should elevate Charlotte even more. You know, maybe in the middle of the match, Trish can go for the figure 8, but reversed, and I reckon hit it with the Saris. What's it called? The status faction, or whatever it's called, whatever Trish's move is. But pins her 1, 2, kick out, and then I reckon big boot, gyro up for the spear, and then lock it in, either pass out or tap out, whichever. Charlotte Flair wins. And that's it, really. So, leave a like or a dislike, whichever I'm happy with. Subscribe, leave a comment down below, and thank you for watching, and have a great day or night, wherever you are in the world. See ya.